Hello friends, and welcome back to not Thailand day 4. First things first, don't say anything about the hairline. I know we're all getting older, man. What can you do? I feel like I'm doing better than a lot of my friends. But as you can see, we have finally been blessed by the weather gods. It has been rainy, overcast every other day. I woke up this morning and the sun was out, so now we got to run around and get our obligatory sunburn. That's just part of the game. Staying at the beach, got to get sunburned. If you don't, did you really get the full experience? Bit of a mission these past few days trying to find a beach on this island that is like good for swimming. There's a whole lot of reef breaks here, which, I mean, if the water is deep enough, not too big a deal. But the other thing about it is I didn't bother to check the tide tables before I came here, of course, because I'm the worst YouTuber slash traveler ever. High tide is at like 6 a.m. and then cycles and then about 6 p.m. at night. So the whole day it is low tide, and as you can tell, it's a bit of a bummer. At least this beach is sand, you can at least get wet, and granted, it's a really big island, so I just don't know if I haven't found the right one yet. But we busted an absolute mission yesterday, drove all the way to the other side of the island. It's like an hour-and-a-half bike ride, and it was all nothing but reef. For me, not that big a deal if the water's really deep, but it's not, and dry reef is not very fun for swimming. So if you figured out where we are by this point and you want to come here, just keep that in mind. Great surfing destination. I'll give you a clue. Call it the surfing capital of the Philippines. Great for surfing. You got to hunt a little bit more if you want some like sand bottom beaches. Of course, they're all sand up on the tide line, but when you get out into the water, this place is all mostly sand and grass, which is not too bad as long as you're not scared of some critters. I for sure noticed over these past few years is like, if you live somewhere, even if you really enjoy it, it's always good to get out every once in a while. Because even when I lived back home in the States, when you're there all the time, it's easy to see all the stuff you don't like, you know? It's just like, oh, well, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And you kind of take all the good stuff for granted. I definitely did that with America. Being in Asia for 3 years now, there's a few things that I miss from back home. There are quite a few things that America does do right, even though we've got our problems. And then the same thing comes with Thailand as well. It's like, I love Thailand, but I've noticed over like the past year especially, you start to get used to stuff. It for sure doesn't have that shine that it did when I first got there, but hopping out every once in a while, going to a different country or even a different city is always a good thing. I think it makes you appreciate one of two things. It either makes you really appreciate the spot that you're at, or it'll help you recognize like maybe you're ready for a new spot, you know? Now, of all the spots, that would probably be a dead giveaway for anybody who's ever been to this island. This is most likely it. Not only is it probably the most popular spot on the island, it's pretty world renowned. If you're much of a surfer or you ever watched any surfing, especially in the early 2000s, not as much now, but they used to do the Vulcan Pro here. They used to do a bunch of massive surf competitions here. Granted, it's low season right now. It's not really surf season. It's kind of in that transition period, so the waves are nothing like what they are when it's pumping, but super cool. Surfing is something that you're interested in. Seems like a great place to come kind of get your feet wet, no pun intended. Plenty of guys here giving lessons. The waves here are pretty beginner friendly. As you can see, it's a bit rocky, but it's nothing too crazy.